Get so used to being cringy and being weird, because when you are able to express yourself freely is exactly when and where you find the people and the opportunities that are the most aligned to you. That is where you free yourself. That is exactly where you find your emancipation, if you will. You emancipate yourself by being yourself. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Molly, and as always, it is a pleasure and an honor to have you here in this space, on this channel with me. We are figuring out shit together. We are figuring out life together, and I am just so happy that you're here. Like, genuinely, it means the world to me. I love YouTube. I feel I can be my most self on here, actually, out of all the other platforms. So I'm always grateful for that, and I'm always very grateful for your consistent and continued support. It genuinely means the world to me. Every time I read a comment, I'm like, thank you. I get really like, oh my god, thank you so much, because it makes me so happy knowing that my content has helped somebody or they have taken something away from it. And you know what's so funny, right? Before we even get into this video, I want to say this a little story. Me and my friends were on the train the other day, and my friend Fleur, who you guys will probably know, she also does YouTube as well, and she received a comment, and we were reading this comment and we were like, wow, what an insightful comment. And I really deeped it. I thought to myself, this is what YouTube and this is what content creation should be about. We have kind of lost the ability to be able to really analyze content and to really take away things from content, from literature, from books. In my personal opinion, due to short form content kind of having everything so quick, you absorb a lot of opinions and you absorb a lot of ideas without really critically thinking about it. Whereas when you watch a long form video and you watch from the start to the finish, it's like reading a book. You are on the journey of what is being said. When you read a book, you are in the author's mind. You really get to see and visualize where the author is coming from. And I also think the same thing about long form content. When you are watching it, you can kind of see the points and you can see the way the person thinks. From that, you can then analyze and you can then take things away from it that serve you, or leave what doesn't serve you, and think, you know what, I actually disagree. Like, I actually don't agree with that. Or, you know what, that's such a good point. I really agree. We've lost that ability. And as I was reading this comment that my friend had, I was like, we need more of that. We need more ability to be able to critically think for yourself, and we need more of an ability to be able to comprehend what people are saying and not just absorb. So that is why I love hearing what you guys think. So please let me know below what you think about my videos, my content. I'd love to hear. So I was actually very much inspired by the album The Emancipation of Mimi. If you guys don't know, I'm a massive Mariah Carey fan. I bloody love Mariah Carey. It's my jam. I love it. I love her. I think she's iconic. She's such an icon. I would love to be in the same room and have a long chat with her. Like, she's my inspiration. Okay, I love Mariah Carey. And I was thinking about this album, The Emancipation of Mimi. Now, this album is kind of about freedom and about her freeing herself from like the industry and from kind of past struggles. Look how many hits are on the album. You've got We Belong Together, you got Shake It Off, you got Like That, you got so many good songs. If she hadn't have allowed herself or wanted to be free, she wouldn't have had those insane hits. Like, she wouldn't have had hits upon hits upon hits upon hits. That is what happens when you live in your authenticity. When you free yourself from external pressures other people put on you and you put on yourself, you go on to create and do amazing things. Why? Because it is magnetic. Because in your authenticity is where you thrive. Why are we so caught up on the whole thing of, I couldn't do that because it's so cringy, I couldn't do that because it's really weird, I know people think bad about me. I'm somebody who has been called weird her whole life. I now own that. And you know what? I post weird shit on my stories. I will post me singing, I'll post me doing something weird, I'll post me just being myself, because we don't have enough of that. In a world where everyone online seems to post the most perfect things and seems to post something that's so Instagrammable and so perfect, we forget they're actual real people. These people aren't just an aesthetic, they're a person. People are so multifaceted. They're made up of the ugly side, they've got beautiful sides. Everyone comes with their own flaws and their own problems in life, their own traumas, their own insecurities, their own struggles, their own loves, their own desires, their own things that make them them, their personality, their music taste, everything that makes someone someone. But for some reason, online especially, that's kind of been lost, where now everyone has to look perfect. Everything has to be perfect. You can't post a picture if you're kind of smiling a little bit wrong, or maybe you've you recorded a video and it's really funny and you want to share it. Why not? Be yourself. Be your most authentic self, because that is exactly where the people, the opportunities, the places that you want to get to, and the things that you desire the most come to you, because being in a state of authenticity is magnetic. I have talked about this so many times on my channel. I got to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm so passionate about this. I'm so passionate about trying to help people live in their authenticity. That's my new rebrand. My new rebrand is helping you live in your authenticity, because that is where you thrive. Especially if you are somebody who has grown up being bullied and have always been silenced in your authenticity. Maybe you're somebody who every time you'd be yourself and be your most authentic self, you were called weird. Yep, can relate to that one. Growing up, if I was myself and I would be myself, I would automatically be called weird. Own it. Do you think I'd rather be normal? Do you think I'd rather just be boring? Like, do you think I'd rather just be numb and soulless? No, because I'll tell you this, if there's a choice of somebody who is numb and soulless and doesn't have any personality in comparison to someone who's absolutely crazy and loves to do crazy stuff and is so fun and has so much personality, who am I going to be friends with? Who am I going to gravitate towards out of those two? Do you gravitate towards somebody who has a massive beaming smile and is so happy and is so fun and such a down girl and loves life and is so owns who they are and they love who they are and they're so honest with that in the way they come across to you, because they come across so authentic, they come across so confident, because they are confident about who they are. The most confident people, they're not confident about how they look, they're confident about who they are. You are naturally going to gravitate towards somebody who is in that authenticity, who is radiant with authenticity, because like I said to you, it's magnetic. It raises your vibration because you're no longer living in a state of insecurity. Now, everyone has insecurities, don't get me wrong. I think I live in my authenticity the best I can. However, of course, I also have insecurities, right? It's part and parcel of being a human being. Even the people who have it the most together, even the people who seem to be living life to the fullest, love themselves so much, still have insecurities. And I think if you don't have insecurities, you're just lying. Everyone's insecure about something. It could be small, it could be big. Some insecurities are more than others, and the more you love yourself and the more you go on that self-love journey and you fall in love with yourself and you start to heal from your past traumas and you heal from the things that made you hide yourself away, the more authentic you become, the less insecure you become, and the more you start to thrive in it. So yeah, I was kind of really inspired by this album because, like I said, there's so much pressure put on people to always kind of like overperform and always be the best at something, and it's like, why should you try and be the best? Why can't you just be you? Why do you have to put yourself in a box? Why do you have to be so scared to show up as your most authentic self? Because you've been made to feel bad about it in the past, because people have knocked you down, made you feel less than for showing up as yourself, when really and truly the reason as to why is because they're insecure. They're projecting their insecurities at the fact that they don't like themselves and the fact that they don't like what they see, because they see you being so confidently authentic. They see you thriving in it, doing your thing, right? They see you as this radiant beam of light, and they can't even comprehend that somebody could live in that authenticity. So what do? They brand it as weird. Brand you as being a weirdo and being a bit weird and a bit like crazy and just, oh, she's a weirdo. No, how about you have just got so much fun in you and you are so filled with soul and you're so filled with light and love for yourself and love for life. Why do you have to be soulless to be considered and taken seriously? Why do you have to be soulless to be able to show up on social media? So yeah, literally from like a few weeks ago, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be posting whatever the clitty hell I want to post. I'm gonna say what the clit online, like I'm gonna say what the clit, I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna post whatever the clit I want to post. I'm gonna be me. At the end of the day, the people that don't like that, I can literally show you where the unfollow button is, because that's when you understand that you cannot force people to be in your life. The more you hold on to and the more you try and control outcomes and try and control who's in your life, you are living in lack. For example, on my TikTok, right, it is a fact that my followers are decreasing. Okay, I think I was on like 1,070. Now I'm on like 1,048. So what? Because guess what? I know God removes to replace. These people unfollowing me, or maybe their account has been taken down, or they decided to unfollow me at their own free will, because guess what? It is making space for people who will find my content, really resonate with it, and want to follow me and want to be on this journey with me, who really see me for who I am. God removes to always replace. It is never a loss, and you always worrying about not showing up in your authenticity is what people think, and what if I don't have any friends and what people don't like me? Let them. Show them the door. Show them the unfollow button. Show them how they can leave your life. Like, you are not forcing anybody to stay in your life, because if you have to beg for somebody to stay in your life, there really never was a place for them there in the first place. If you have to beg for somebody to still follow you and for someone to still be in your presence, are they really worth having in your life? The people that see you will see you. People that will want to be there for you will be there for you. The people that love you for who you are will love you for who you are unconditionally. The people that see you will always add to your light. They will never take it away. And I have a bit of an unspoken rule in my head where if I go to make a new friend and I feel as though I kind of, or even in a romantic sense, if I'm speaking to somebody and I have to ask my friends, what should I say? What should I say to this? Do you think this sounds okay? What do you think I should say? Gone. Do you know why? Because it goes to show that I don't feel comfortable with you. It goes to show that I don't feel as though I can be myself with you. Because if I feel comfortable and if I know and I feel happy in your presence, I'm never going to do that. So I have a bit of an unspoken rule in my head as well, that if it comes to like friends and I'm meeting new friends for the first time, if I don't really feel like I can release my quirkiness and release my weirdness and kind of be me and just say random shit and do random stuff, there's kind of a level of spiritual, energetic uncompatibility, and that's okay. That's completely okay. It doesn't mean that you have to completely cut them out your life. It doesn't mean any of that. It doesn't mean that you have to write them off as a person and all this sort of stuff. It just means that you should put your energy more towards the people who really see you. You don't want friends in your life. You don't want people in your life who always make you question yourself. That is a whole part of the emancipation process. That's a whole part of becoming you, is to free yourself from the self-limiting beliefs you have put on yourself. Freeing your mind from your ego. Freeing your mind from expectations that you always have to show up as a most perfect self. Because like I said, being authentic is liberating. Being yourself is the most magnetic thing you can do, because you are not insecure about who you are. You love your identity and you are so confident and comfortable being with yourself and just who you are as a person that you don't feel as though you need to mask yourself. And you have such a mentality of, if they don't like me for me, they're not my people. Sometimes the price that you have to pay to have the right people in your life is for you to get over your self-limiting beliefs and the fear to be seen, the fear that you have put on yourself to not live in your authenticity, the fear that you have put on yourself that if you show up in the world as who you are and your most authentic self, you are going to be outcasted from society and outcasted from your friends. If that is the case, let them go. If that is the case, if people don't like you for when you start to express yourself, they are not your people. And of course, don't get me wrong, I understand and I know that we are all chameleons. We do all chameleon in front of different people and in different social settings. Of course, absolutely. But you should be associating yourself and you should be friends with people who make you feel your most home self, who make you feel as though you can be yourself without feeling like you are going to be outcast and feeling like you are going to be judged every second of being yourself. These are not your people, okay? They are not your people. You should be able to show up as yourself, because when you feel comfortable doing it with your friends, you will feel comfortable doing it in front of other people. This kind of links on as well to what I want to touch on about pursuing your projects, about pursuing your passions and pursuing careers, pursuing things that mean a lot to you. So I recently have been thinking a lot about pursuing music. Now, I love singing. It really grounds me. It really helps me like reset my nervous system. I love it. It's my heart and soul. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't sing, genuinely. And I've been thinking, you know what? I really want to pursue music. Like, I really want to pursue it. I'm still just so scared to do it because of the fear of what will people think? What if people think I'm bad? What if people don't like my music? If I'm just constantly doing something and I'm putting myself at such a big rate of rejection, like I'm putting myself in front of people, I'm doing something so vulnerable to me and so authentic that people don't like it and I get rejected for it. It's scary and it's very intimidating, but I have to do it. I have to do it because I have to prove to myself that I can show up as my most authentic self and that it's safe for me to do so. I have to consistently prove to myself it is safe for me to show up and it's safe for me to sing and it's safe for me to pursue a project and a passion of mine that I love, for me to pursue a career and me to pursue something that means the world to me. We are all just spiritual beings and souls passing through this physical plane. We will be here like max like 100 years. We're not going to be here for very long, okay? The average lifespan is like 80, 90 years old. If you're like 20 now, that's like 70, 80 years of your life left and then I'll be gone. That's it. You'll shut your eyes and you're gone. So would you rather have spent this temporary snippet of time here on this earth doing something that you love, doing something that makes you get up out of bed every single morning, doing something that nourishes you, nourishes your soul, feeds into your passions, feeds into who you are, makes you so happy and so abundant and just so enriched? Or would you rather spend it doing something that you don't like just for the sake of looking good, for the sake of just fitting in, and for the sake of just being part of the crowd? Didn't want to go to university. I knew for a very long time I did not want to go to university. In the future, yes, I would love to go maybe get a PhD. Like I want to be a doctor in some sort of neuroscience or some sort of psychology. But for me right now, it's not on the cards, and it's not something that I particularly want. But there was always a part of me that felt like I had to do it and I should go after it because that's kind of the traditional route. That's what everyone else does. I was so confused about what I wanted to do with life. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And it was really stressful. And I kept thinking like, what am I going to do? Everyone's got it all figured out. People got jobs lined up. People going to university. People have got it all figured out. And there's just me. Like, what the hell am I going to do? And I was like very patient, and I just knew that what would be for me would always work out in my favor. And even though I did apply for universities, every single door got shut. There was no way it would have worked out, because I also wasn't invested in it. I also wasn't really bothered about applying. I wasn't really bothered about going and looking around because my heart wasn't in it. What happened? Life always works itself out. It all came out in the wash. Now I'm pursuing something that I love. I've got a job that I love. Everything neatens out like this. Everything irons out like this when you decide to pick what you know is going to be most fulfilling for you. If you are going to go and do something and try and force it and force it and force it and force it, the doors are always going to shut because it's never meant for you. If you do not feel it in here, and if you do not feel it in here, and you don't feel it in your being, the doors are going to shut for you, because it is literally like your future self, the universe, God, whatever you want to think, shutting the doors and saying this is not for you. All come out in the wash. If you feel as though right now you don't know what the hell you're doing, you feel so icky in your energy, you don't have any clue of what's next for you. You don't know whether or not you're going to pursue this or pursue that, but you know deep down in your heart there's something that you love, and there's something in your life that you feel is worth pursuing, that means the world to you. Go for it. Go for it, and don't let anybody stop you, or don't let anybody dissuade you from doing it, because you know yourself the best. You know your life the best. You know what you want the best. You know your desires. You know every single thing. And I will tell you something for free. When you know what you want in life, and you know what you desire, and you go after it, the universe will support you the rest of the way. You don't need to have it all figured out. If you want to start a business, find a way to do it. If you want to start pursuing music, but you don't know how to start, you don't know what if it doesn't work out, you don't know what but the right connections and the right people, the right software, just find something and just start doing it, and the universe will support you the rest of the way. The universe will put the people in your life, the universe will put the software in your life, the people will put every single little thing in your path to help you out, because guess what? You have chosen yourself, and you have chosen the career, and you have chosen the thing that allows you to express yourself the most. Like I said, your authenticity is magnetic, and once you start living in your authenticity, there's no stopping you. There's no fucking stopping you. You will go, and you will go, and you will go, and I promise you the life that you want will always find you, because you have chosen your authenticity, and your authenticity is magnetic. And never forget that. Never forget that the life that you want exists, but it only exists if you allow yourself to be who you are. It only exists if you allow yourself to want what you want without feeling any type of judgment by yourself. Most of the time, you are so concerned about people judging you. You are so concerned about what if they judge me, and what if they judge me. You are just judging yourself through other people's eyes. You are the one judging yourself the most. You are the one who looks at yourself with disdain and with disgust, because you don't think that you're worthy enough to achieve a life. You don't think that you're worthy enough to go and achieve the life that you really want. You don't think you're worthy enough to have people in your life to support you, because your whole life you've always been shown otherwise. Your whole life you've consistently, routinely been shown and routinely had people in your life who have made you feel like shit for being yourself, who have made you feel shit for wanting the things that you want, who have never ever once supported you. So when you finally fall in love with yourself, and you finally accept yourself, is when you start to feel uncomfortable, because you're not used to it. You're not used to actually realizing, oh damn, there's people that want to support me. There's people who believe in me. People who see me for who I am. And there's people that want the best for me. Oh wait, this life that I want does exist. This life that I want to have actually is out there, and it actually is achievable. I am actually quite good at it, because guess what? You decided that you are. You decided that this is a path for you, and you decided to accept no less. You decided to accept no less friends who make you feel good, for friends who match your energy. Yeah, please start living in your authenticity, because I promise you, you will thrive in it. And there's nothing better than being able to say and being able to look back at your life and realizing that you did everything that you wanted to do because you decided that you were worthy of achieving it. Because you will realize that going after the things that you want and going after the relationship and the people and the career that you want was achievable because you believed that you could do it, because you knew you were worthy of having that in your life. When you start realizing, oh, I'm actually quite good at this, you know what, I'm actually not as bad as what I thought, other people will come into your life and start complimenting you. Other people will come into your life and start offering you opportunities. Other people will come into your life and start really showing you that yes, you can do it as well because you believe you can. As an example, I'm a content creator, right? I could be very insecure about my content and I could kind of be like, yeah, like I do content, like I have a YouTube channel, it's a bit embarrassing, but like, you know what I mean, it's fun, I enjoy it, but like it's a bit cringy, so like don't judge. Or you could be like, yeah, I've got a YouTube channel, I do content creation, I do self-development content, I'm a YouTuber, I do Instagram, I do social media, I've got a podcast as well. And I'm in the middle of setting up a business. Right, which person are you likely to take more seriously? Start getting so fucking serious about your goals. Start getting so serious about what is important to you, because if you don't take it seriously, I'm telling you, no one else is gonna fucking take it seriously. If you aren't serious about what is important to you, why should anybody else take you seriously? And why should anybody else offer you opportunities? Please, for the love of God, like I'm telling you, when you start getting serious and not taking the mick out of, not downgrading your goals and your ambitions, what is important to you and what you're currently working on, other people are going to take you seriously and other people are going to offer things to you. Whereas if you be like, I do YouTube, it's so like cringy and like I do it as a little side hustle, who the fuck's going to take you seriously? Whereas if you go in and you say, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a content creator, I do this, I do that with chess, watch how many people and watch how much opportunities are going to come into your life. The universe rewards those who thinks they are worthy of having it, who are not afraid and who are not embarrassed about what they do. They're not embarrassed about what's important to them, because why would they be? And if someone tries to make you feel embarrassed what's important to you, they are not your people. Don't accept treatment from other people if you wouldn't treat someone else that way. If you wouldn't go and downgrade someone else's goals and say, oh, that's so embarrassing, why should you accept it from somebody else? This is a problem of people pleasing. People pleasing means that you allow yourself to be treated shit when all you give out to other people is kindness. People pleasing is not you trying to please other people. People pleasing is you trying to disrespect and put yourself last. It's about you trying to make everyone else happy before even considering your own peace, before even considering what's important to you. It's not worth having people in your life who are always going to hinder you from your goals, because like I said, you'll be 98 years old. You'll be either in a wheelchair, in a care home, unable to look after yourself and unable to care for yourself. And would you rather have looked back on the memories and looked back on your life knowing that you gave it your all, knowing that you showed up as most authentically as what you could, knowing that you wore that fucking bikini to the beach regardless of your insecurities, but like you have such a beautiful memory of you being on the beach with your friends? Would you rather look back on a time where you did go and sing in that jazz bar even though you felt awkward, but guess what, you made an amazing memory and that stunted your music career, and now you're in a multi-million-pound mansion being taken care of that you've paid for yourself? Or would you rather look back on all your memories where you never really went after anything that you wanted because you were just so filled with self-hatred, and now you're gonna die soon and that's it, and that's life done? You get to create your reality and you get to create how you show up in it. Pick wisely. And that brings us very nicely to the end of the video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video. And I love you so much. I really hope you took something important or something valuable away from this. I'd love to hear what you think, and I cannot wait to see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, I will also leave the links to my podcast, Being Grounded, in the description box below, along with my other social media platforms, so be sure to check them out. Give me a little subscribe. Give me a little follow on TikTok as well, considering that I'm losing followers. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.